Now, I don't know if I already showed this, but I did want to show how you can swap back to Yoshi if you were to want to play as him. Well, simply put, whoever you're currently playing as, in this case we're currently playing as Mario, go into his own door. Mario goes into the Mario door. And you can be Yoshi again. You're Luigi, go to the Luigi door, Wario, go into the Wario door, etc, etc. And on top of that, swapping Yoshi gives me one thing that I do want to talk about. That we'll be getting to. Back. Here we are at Jolly Roger Bay. Gonna be our next area. Which I'm pretty sure this was a ship. I don't know if it was specifically a 64 thing or if it was like a weird thing with a region. I don't remember, but I know this painting is different in some versions of the game. I'm just not sure which ones. Now, when playing as Yoshi, this only applies to like the main course levels, you know, like Bob-omb Battlefield, Whomp's Fortress. None of the secret stars have this, but if you go into any of these levels as Yoshi and you have one of your characters unlocked already, you'll notice that Yoshi has a Mario cap like above his little icon in the main menu. And if we click on it, we can immediately swap to Mario. It's quite neat. Oh boy, a Koopa Shell. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Quite awesome indeed. Pretty cool little thing you can have here. Makes Yoshi definitely one of the more useful characters in the game. In the sense that he can, you know, come anyone at will. The thing with Yoshi is, well, as his own character, he doesn't really need to be used for many stars. You don't really need to use him much. That being said, using him for, you know, just having him as the playable character, and you have your characters and all that, you'll be able to really swap to whoever is needed once you have that character unlocked. It's a pretty neat little thing to have, and only Yoshi has this. He's the only one that can do this. If you're Mario, he can't swap to any of those caps. Like, they can use the caps, but unfortunately, it's not. You just can't do it from, like, you know, the level select. You have to, you know, go out of your way to find them. So yeah, that's definitely a reason of why you could consider playing as Yoshi. It makes him pretty viable in that aspect. However, not every course will have this, you know, feature. Not every course, you know, lets you use Yoshi as a way to play as the other character. In fact, there's like only, I think, one instance where you can't do this mechanic. And it's a Big Boo's Haunt. And the only reason for that is literally because of the fact that it's the one area in the entire game where Yoshi cannot enter the course at all. He's the only character and the only course in the whole game where something like this happens. Pretty weird, but yeah. That's pretty much how it is. I'll go into a bit more as to why that is, but yeah. So, remember how I mentioned how Mario has another ability exclusive to him regarding these? Well, never mind. I'm guessing not. I thought that was gonna work, I guess. Yeah. Some of these, I guess, sometimes... No, I don't want to... No. Shut up. Fine. But some of the, sometimes they'll restrict an ability for you, I guess. It's one thing, but... I don't know. Can it... What about this one? Okay, good. So we have a power flower here. And if we go up to it, with the power flower, Mario can float like a balloon. Standard mode, press B repeatedly to make Mario float up. Crouch to land. Change direction with the control pad. Try it out. So yeah, we can have Mario float around and just kind of just go all around the place. These can be used to get up to otherwise pretty tricky to reach places. Makes certain stars in the original much easier to get with this ability. Unfortunately, not so for this mission, which is Blasting Stone Pillar. You know, you use the cannon to get to these pillars here, and then there'd be a little area with the star I missed. But well. Something tells me they had that bomb in there, so they couldn't make it easy for me to, you know, access that. They wanted to make sure it stayed the same. But you know what? Fair enough. I don't blame them. Oh, we almost missed that. But yeah. That's something new to Mario. New to Jolly Roger Bay is Switch Star of the Bay. But I'm not sure if we can do this yet. I have a feeling we probably. I distinctly remember how this one goes, but I do kind of want to double check one thing. You know. The map right now is kind of not helping me, is not making me very confident that we can do this yet. And, okay, yeah. I don't think we can do this yet. I'll demonstrate why real quick. Nothing. Nothing yet. Here's why. So, we can access the Switch, you know, Star's Switch, but getting to the star itself is the problem. That's because it's behind a wall, which I don't remember being in the original, but it's there. And in order to get that, we're gonna need the invisibility flower, as it is in this. But we don't have access to that yet. So we'll have to say that for another time. On top of that, the other star, which is still the same, also cannot be reached, and will also be a much longer wait. But now with that done, let us head into Snowman's Land, which I don't think actually has anything different for me to cover. Well, it does. It does have anything different, but it does have different things to it. Snow Mountain Summit. Watch for slippery conditions. Enter the cottage first. Obviously, yada yada. I get that, but I don't think the new stuff regarding this level. I don't think any of that is in this one. I don't think I can actually showcase. Well, there might be something there, but it's kind of small. But like the major stuff, I don't think it's gonna show. To be completely honest, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Well, I still sometimes show off old stars. Like I said, we're just talking and playing at the same time, you know? It is what it is. Well, it wouldn't be a playthrough of Mario 64 or Mario 64 DS without a bit of baby killing. Come on. You know it had to be done. Sucker. Seemed a little unnecessary, but I did it anyways. But I guess it was actually kind of important to actually get into what's next. Because you've recovered 30 power stars, now you can open the door with the big star. Before you move on, let's just check some things. Did you rescue poor frightened Luigi? Did you pound the two columns down? You heard that Bowser snuck out of the sea and went underground. Like you finally cornered him. No he didn't. But yeah, now we're at the 30-star mark. I'm here in Cool Mountain to play as Yoshi this time around for the Frosty Slide for 100 coins and all that stuff. Because there's one thing about Yoshi, there's another ability unique to him, and that's technically his copy flower ability, although you don't necessarily need to use it. You don't necessarily need to, I said copy flower from Partner's Time, whatever. But the power flower. The Yoshi can get some fire, and then he can breathe it. Pretty neat. You don't necessarily need a power flower. Nice to have it regardless, but you don't necessarily have to. And it is kind of important because, as far as I'm aware, they did change the red coins slightly. Because yes, some of them are in ice. So we actually kind of did need Yoshi. Although I could have sworn that I'd done this with it. You know, maybe Mario could have broken them original. I don't know. I don't quite know. But regardless, yeah, that's something you can, I'm pretty sure, do. No. Kinda crappy, but as far as I remember, everything else is the same. Pretty sure every other coin is the same, you know. Pretty sure only those coins had a bit of a change. So that's neat and all. Okay, really? Yeet! So I'm also trying to get the 100 coin star, Yoshi. Come on, you can't just be spitting them out. But yeah. Pretty sure everything else is the same. So moving on to the next thing. And while I'm at it, in regards to the penguin, you know, the little lost penguin and all that, hey, please don't eat me. I promise they don't taste good. Plus, I'll give you cavities. Yoshi... Oh, he almost went in there. But Yoshi cannot drag him to his mama. It's kinda dumb, but it is what it is. Oh yeah, the owl's in this stage. I don't think he was in the original version of Cool Mountain. So it's nice to have him here too. I don't remember if he was in this stage, but I don't think he was. But yeah, he's here. So this one's kind of a bit of a minor change. We have Mario's Super Wall Kick. This is just wall kicks will work from Super Mario 64, just with a name change. And sure enough, it works. It gets the job done and all that. It definitely suits it much better, if I do say so myself. Ow. But I guess I do kind of want to show off one thing that I kind of forgot to even think about, but controller modes. It's been starting to click to me that, you know, considering all the characters talking about standard mode and all this, there's different control types you can do. There's the standard mode, which I've been using, where you walk with the D-pad. You can also, of course, also with the touch screen, and you can use your buttons to do your jumps and your attacks and all that. But then you got touch mode, which is very different. Jump and attack are the same, but the camera is done with the touch screen, and you move around, and then X and Y are kind of your way of moving the camera. And anything else? Yeah, I guess also crouch. Same there. And then this is a dual hand mode, where you move with, the touchpad, and then for various things, like you can either use the D-pad to do your movements and all that. Your attack and jump, your crouch. And of course you can zoom in the camera, all that, and you can do that. Of course, I'm going to stick with standard mode. And while I'm at it, while I'm dealing with this star, I want to show off, you got a switch star here, which is right next to where the Bob-omb has the cannon is, and it's right over next to the penguin and all that. However, it's underneath some ice, and you can't really break underneath it. At least not with Yoshi or Mario. So we'll require yet another ability that we don't have yet. And we'll get into what it's named, and what the mission for that is called, in a sec. I'm gonna do this star real quick, and then we'll be on our merry way. Of course, fundamentally, Mario Super Wall Kick, it's fundamentally the same and all that stuff, but of course, it's just simply an easier, I said easier, of course, trying to say it's easy, and I fail it miserably, but jump. But, because they reworked Mario's, wall jump and all that, as wall kick, they made it so much easier to do. It's fundamentally better, and thank God, because not that big a fan of the level. But it's there. And now, the mission's called Switch Star Cool Mountain. That's the name of it that we just showed, but we can't do it yet. Now, on to the next of these courses. Which, actually, hold on. I should probably go and talk about Yoshi's deal with Big Boo's Hunt. Now that that's our next objective. And all that stuff. So we're gonna be switching over to Yoshi here. Real quick. To show off the fact that with Big Boo's Hunt and all that, we go outside here. And, we're in the backyard of Peach's Castle. And one thing I don't think was in the original was this little back area here. We'll be seeing that in due time and all that. But one thing to note, that these boos have red coins in them, and as far as I'm aware, these weren't a thing in the original. And well, Yoshi can't really do anything about these guys. You can't eat Ghost. Yeah. And can I even attempt to eat the ghost? Can you move out of the way, you small one? Ow. I don't even think you can... Go away. Trying to demonstrate something. I don't think I can actually do anything about them. I do not think that you can do anything about that. But yeah, that's why Yoshi can't do anything about Big Boo Sonic. And to some extent, you know, that this red coin star with the boos. Also, I think, you know, if I go in here, yeah, it heals you. You swap characters and you can get healed. That's quite neat. Neat little addition here. Yahoo! So, the boos, many of them have red coins in them. There we go. Have a regular coin. Any of you three have. Come on. Look at him. God. Come on. I fucking hate you all. There's the last of these guys. Where art thou, Boo? Hey, Boo Boo! Where is it? Where is he? There he is. Why is he? Okay, whatever. But there's another star for us. Right here. And on top of that, there were some bricks here that weren't here initially. We open them up. Come on. Really? There we go. Go in here. And we got a new level. The Secret of Battle Fort. Which is, if you could not guess, by the fact that, you know, the UI the map has various silver stars all over the place. Yeah, it's a silver star mission. Gonna be quite a few. Whoa, that was close. That's gonna be definitely a few of these new stars or, you know, silver star stuff. So across this whole game, you know, you have one new, like, obviously, you know, technically it's not exactly 30 new stars. A little different because some stars got cut and all that stuff. But point is, well, there's a new star in each world, at least. And on top of that, whoa, dude. On top of that, is the fact that there's 15 other secret stars, but basically, the 30 new stars technically added, you could say, or it's like they add a new star to each of the courses. And on top of that, we also have 15 new secret castle stars. Anyways, Big Boo's Haunt, which for the time being is pretty much the same. This level is pretty much identical how it was. You know, I'm pretty sure in the original, the Big Boos made like womp noises for whatever reason. And now it's just a well crush sound effect. Like it used to be, you know, stuff like that, but otherwise, yeah, pretty identical. This brick right over here is another new mechanic, because here we can see Mario can't do anything about it at all. He cannot destroy it. Another thing we have to come back for. Now for something really important, and it has nothing to do with the mission itself that we got here, Secret Haunted Books. I mean, technically we could have done this since the first level, but we're doing now because technically, in the context of the level, it makes the most sense to tackle it here. You know. One thing to note, there is a Luigi hat here, which is going to give us our first introduction to Luigi, but I'm not going to go for that. I'm not going to go and collect that, because, well, this little area here, you know, you had the wall jump in order to get up to it, but now we can Balloon Mario our way up here, which is pretty cool. But more importantly than that, if we go up here, look at that. It's a painting of Luigi. And we go inside it, and Big Boo Battle is the name of this stage, for some reason. And oh boy, we're gonna be hearing this quite a bit. But yeah, you had a whole painting where Mario was, and now we have one for Luigi where we will hopefully save him. But while we're at it, we'll collect any of these red coins that we can get here. And while we're at it, here's the thing is, well, there's only one correct path. It's kind of a bit of a maze. You gotta get the right one. You get it wrong and you go back here. And on top of that, I'm pretty sure, yeah, if you would normally die, you don't actually die. You just get sent back here, which is quite nice. So the only way you can actually die, per se, is by death. Yeah, by dying. Well, by having an enemy hurt you. Which is nice. Oh my god, I hate that you have to heal all the freaking time. Any coin I missed? Okay, no. I think this is... No, it's not. Good god. That laugh is kind of annoying. It's over here. Leave these coins left to get. Oh my god, shut up. Shut up. Shut up. There's the last coin. Oh no, don't tell me. Oh wait, I don't think we can think that might be the last coin. Actually, I might double check that real quick. So yeah, as it turns out, I can't get all 8 red coins right now because it does require an ability we don't have yet, which is unfortunate. I wasn't certain, but now I know. There's also another star on the map here. And we got this little room here, which funnily enough, on the map screen, it kind of looks like a DS. And also Lakitu's here. In the mirror here. Very odd. But we go up to it, I guess. And it's Luigi. Hey, I am Big Boo, the spookiest of all the spirits. You're King Boo. Bullshit. Bullshit. I looked up the whippy green mustache man, and I'll do the same to you. You know, it doesn't help that technically Big Boo's already a thing in the rest of Big Boo's haunt, so why not just call him King Boo? I don't get it. He was established at this point. Sense of my ghost, I could turn invisible in the mirror's reflection. You'll have to attack me from behind to defeat me. But you'll die of fright before that ever happens, and then you'll be one of us. Though we can't see him necessarily, but we can see his shadow. And with that, it's, you know, literally every other Big Boo fight. Well, oh, he has a crown. Where did he go? There he is. Okay, I guess he's a little different. I guess, you know, they don't spit fire, I guess. What are you talking about? And he's gone. You can never really kill a ghost. We always come back to you again. And look at that. It's an L key. It's Luigi's hat. I think you know what this means. Whoa. Just bumped into me. But now that we have this key with us, let's head on back over to where character doors are, and let us go open the green door. You've rescued Luigi. Now we can pummel the enemies with panache. I don't know if I said that right. I don't know. You'll see green caps everywhere if you grab one in the chorus. You can turn into Luigi on the spot. As Luigi, you can run over water and slip through wire fences with agility. Look at him. I guess we can go and... Actually, now that I think about it, we can also do his star now. You can now do Wish Star of the Bay. That's neat. So Luigi. So the thing about him running on water? Yeah, he can do that. Why? I don't know. But I love it. On top of that, he also has a bit of a flutter jump. Kind of like Yoshi. And if that weren't it, and then on top of that, I thought he had that. I thought he could, like, he kind of slid a little. And I'm thinking of all the Mario games. On top of that, there's by far his best feature. His backflip is a bit of a copter. He's a bit of a helicopter. Which makes him definitely a mainstay on the team. Like, honestly, once I have Luigi, I practically use him throughout the rest of the game, unless absolutely necessary, I need to be someone else. And now, Power Flower turned Luigi invisible. Now he'll be able to elude enemies and walk through many things. Try it out. No. But yeah. The the invisibility cap from Mario 64 is the invisibility flower in this game and is only for Luigi. Instead of Mario having all the powers, yeah, he kind of shares his power-ups. Nothing in regards to the metal cap. Is to be expected. I think you can figure out pretty easily when we'll have access to that. But, hey, now that we have Luigi, now that we have our invisibility flower, we can now get the star at long last. Which, I mean, I guess wasn't technically too long. But we did have to wait a little bit. And there's also a red box if you ever want to leave the area. That's pretty neat. And otherwise, that's it for Luigi. But of course, there's still a bit more to cover with him. I guess you could say in terms of levels. I mean, for one, he has some abilities. Oh my god. Really? You were a jerk. But he is required for some of these missions. That was for some of these stars that we got here. For instance, we're actually going to head back into Luigi's painting. Because there was one of the stars we couldn't get before, but now we can, now that we have Luigi. And that. And there's a Mario's hat right there. God, that laugh is annoying, man. So now that we have, the ability to use the invisibility flower, and, make our way over here, and go through this painting, where there's a star for us to collect now. That's quite neat. Seek the 8 red coins received some changes. Received some changes. And it all has to do with Mario's brand new ability, which I don't know where his cap is. I assume it's down here? Oh, I hope I don't need to actually swap to Mario. Please. Okay, good. There's his hat. There it is. There we go. That is a relief. Know that is indeed right there. Now let's head back over to the main castle portion of Big Boo's Haunt. Yeah, there's also this little running star if you hold Y in place. Kinda cool. And I remember correctly. Yeah, I mean, not all of these have changed, but I'm pretty sure there's at least one coin that has changed. Still the same, I believe. Where are you going with that? But with Balloon Mario, one of the red coins is up here now. A little weird, but hey, what can you do? Otherwise, I'm pretty sure the rest of the red coin mission is the same. So fundamentally, as a level, Big Boo's balcony is pretty much the exact same, but there's other ways you can get them. For one, you obviously can just use Luigi to get up here. Alternatively, you can also use Balloon Mario to get it.
Oh yeah.
Which is quite nice. I saved a while. And I don't know if this was an original, but I feel like every time you had to you had to kill the Big Boo every time. But here the cage stays in. That might have been an original, I don't know. No, I don't remember that being the case. But anyways, because, you know, Luigi used the invisibility flower. This next mission here, eye to eye in the secret room. Yeah, now use Luigi, and it's much easier to get to because Luigi's backflip is just so good. Like, oh my god. Notice me! You might not be able to notice me because I'm invisible. Now he notices me. We can get this star. Awesome. And with that, I believe that's all that's new with Big Boo's Haunt. Well, they're not, obviously not entirely true, but Switch Star in the basement. Remember those black bricks before? Yeah, you're gonna need them for this star. You're gonna need to destroy them with this star. We don't have that ability yet, so it is what it is. It means our next objective is Bowser himself, but something a little weird. Even though we have the required stars, Mario, over here, help! You will not be able to get inside with no Yoshi or Luigi, which is kind of dumb. But what makes this dumber is the fact that, well, here's the thing. You need Mario to open this door here. But our stars have broken up the lock Bowser put on the star door. Now anyone can enter the door. So if we were to try to switch to Luigi or Yoshi once again, and go over to that door now, well, guess what? Now we can access it. I don't know why they did it like this. Bizarre decision. I don't understand why it's like that. Whoa! You stepped right into my trap, just as I knew you would. I warn you, friend. Watch your step. Now, the red coin mission is the same, but there is another star we want to focus on, and I'll get to it when we come across it. So right before the pipe that leads to Bowser here, there's now a switch star here. And we go over to that. And we gotta go all the way over to where it is, which... generous time limit. But Luigi makes it quite a cakewalk. Quite awesome, indeed. And now, all that's left for us to do is go deal with Bowser. Luigi, your backflip makes this game much easier to deal with. Man, do I feel like 64's original controls are quite janky. let's head in here. And there's the man himself, Bowser. Tough luck, looks like Princess Toadstool isn't here. Go ahead, just try grabbing me by the tail. You'll never be able to swing me around. Imp like you could never throw me out by circling the touchscreen. Never! Now So, his fight is pretty much the same. Of course, you can use the touchscreen to make things easier for you, or you can use the circle pad like I am. Around a 3DS. And yeah, we got him. And what was that? I kind of get why they have it be they allow the circle, the touchscreen for that, because D-pad I assume is a little bit janky. Grr, I was a bit careless. It's not what I had planned. To hold the power of the stars, and I still have Peach. You'll get no more stars from me. I'm not done with you yet. I'll let you go for now. You'll pay for this later. Now we have the key needed to go to the basement. Quite awesome.
Oh yeah.
Let's go open place up. We can access that door, but we're not going to go to that yet. And we're here in the basement. And one thing notably different about this version is Mip. Remember him? You know, the guy that was down here in the basement. You had to catch him and you get a star, and then come back a bit later with more stars. And he'd come back again, so you could try and catch him again and get another star. Yeah, he's no longer here. Kind of. A little weird, but those 2 stars are no longer in the game. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Anyways, we got this place all bunking down, and we're out here. Oh, Peach's castle, or bridge, you could say. And the invisibility cap where that once was, well, black bricks again. You can't access it yet. Quite interesting. You could you were able to access this much earlier, like right when you got the basement unlocked. But here, not so much. Quite unfortunate. You have to wait much longer to get up to it. Now that being taken care of, with letting Peach's castle, well, not flooding it, but getting rid of all the water outside. Next up, we go in to Hazy Maze Cave, 6th level of the game.